GangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode. But damn, you know what? I'm gonna just, cause I can't really think of too many, but the Monster Rodriguez one stand out. I even had to put some bars to that. So yeah. That's my pick.
Yeah, well, my pick is easy, very easy. I don't have to think twice about it. Lipinets Peterson.
Yeah, I mean, that fight is like, it's the one fight of the year that actually that also had a brutal KO to finish it.
Like he knocked him into retirement in his hometown.
Facts.
And the fight was brutal. And the fight was, and it wasn't only the knockout. It was, the whole fight was brutal, even before the knockout. And it was a fitting ending. A fitting ending to a brutal, so fitting ending to a brutal fight and a terrible ending to Peterson's career. But
yeah, exactly.
But he took that shit like a G. And he said, you know, and he told all the fans, you know, all of these, he gave them love and appreciated it, you know what I mean? And he gave us that one last great fight. So honestly, I could really respect you giving that award to him. Like, I fucks with that.
Although that Haney fight, all that Haney knockout is really close, a runner-up to me, because that was a brutal, like a cringe word. Like I cringed watching that knockout.
And the call was perfect too. And you see the fire in his eyes as Haney lands, you know, a fight night ending KO. Like, poor dude. I thought dude was gonna have to get carried out because dude was just under that rope and he was just like not doing too well. Well, you know, or the English say, "Oh, he's in an appalling state." You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Moran was just he had, like, dude was, his mind was in Saturn and Neptune and Uranus and shit like that. That nigga was out of there. You know, I was like, damn, I hope he didn't give him like brain damage and that shit, because he loaded up that shit. Oh man, though. But yeah, I could dig that. I could dig the Peterson Lipinets one. Mine, obviously the Moran Haney one, but my choice was, because it's the one that I was there for live, was Madrimov.
I already know which one you gonna say.
Yeah, was Madrimov knocking out Rojas in 2. And that shit was tight brutal, because I'm over there, like, everyone at the media table was just like, God damn. Like, you know, like, Madrimov, like, you know, Madrimov is is like one of the top prospects, you know, and he just laid this guy cold. But what was scary about Ross, he was not moving. Like, he was out of it. Like, you could see him, they were trying to get him together, and then I see they got the gurney out, and like, he was, like, as they were putting him under, like, he was out cold. And I remember I kind of walked before they moved him out. I was like, I kind of walked in the area just to see what was gonna happen. And then, like, they took him out of there, and he was still like motionless, bro. Like, I was like, I hope that Madrimov didn't go ahead and kill this guy, you know. But like, I have never seen a brutal KO that close in my life, and it was just like, wow. Like, and the funny things too, I don't think that KO did not get a lot of love in a lot of lists either. And I was like wondering why. But
it didn't, but it was pure, you know, and that's why I said, like, it almost for the KOs you need 2 separate lists, like one for the caliber opponents and significance, and one just for, like, you don't care, it's just straight brutality, because that shit was pure, just violent, like a nightmare landed on this dude.
Yeah, you know. And then a couple of my honorable mentions, of course, is Dorticus and Tabiti. That one, because, I mean, you know, I'm thinking to myself, oh, Tabiti might actually go the distance. And then Dorticus lands one of the right hands of his. And Tabiti is just like, you know, he's sprawled out like a damn Picasso painting or whatever. I mean, dude's all types of gone on the canvas. And I was like, there's that kid, there's that KO doctor shit. and then Ortiz, you know, Virgil Ortiz knocking out Herrera, because he knocked dude out sleep. He put him to sleep standing, you know. And
that shit was brutal.
Yeah, that shit was brutal. I was like, God damn it, you know, Herrera deserved it. And then Chisora knocking out Sabilka. Sabilka, his punch resistance has gone down since the Wilder KO, but Chisora, like dude fell like a Mario Brothers, like when Mario Brothers died. Do 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 do. Like.
Yo, I forgot about that. KO was brutal, man.
Yeah, it was like, Sabelka like probably should retire because he's been getting knocked out. But that one was just like he was on the ropes. He slithered down. Like that shit could have been immortalized in a Mike Tyson Punch Out animation. The way he fell down.
Damn.
Yeah, but definitely, yeah. Magimov knocking out Rojas is my choice for KO of the year. Like I said, I saw it live. I mean, on TV it's brutal. Live it was super brutal. And just to see the effect that dude didn't wake up until he's in the ambulance, so oh man, so yeah.
Damn, your quirky ass laugh just like was unsettling. You said that shit. You said, yeah, like a dude didn't wake up till he was in the ambulance. Fucking serial killer over here, like jeez.
Yeah,
you can say I'm bad, like. But yo, now what you was about to say?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick, the most satisfying KO has to go to that Balduras kid that was on one of them recent cards.
I knew you were gonna mention that.
If there was ever a fight you was watching and you wanted to see someone get knocked the fuck out badly, it was that fight.
Now, I mean, I had nothing against Balderas, but the one thing that I've always said about shoulder roll, if you don't know how to use it, don't use it. And I always said too, one of the worst things that Floyd did legacy wise was influence these niggas that, hey, shoulder rolls to end the bill with defense. And you
nigga, no.
Yeah,
I gotta. You can't blame Floyd for that.
I blame Floyd.
Niggas was doing the shoulder roll before Floyd even touched the glove. Like,
no. They were doing it, but you didn't see niggas like doing it just for like when you see Floyd, you saw niggas, non-defensive ass niggas try to do it. You see Birdo's doing that shit. And Birdo getting crushed by that shit. Like non-defensive niggas weren't doing the shoulder roll like that. But after that, it seemed like every fighter was like, "Oh, shoulder roll is cool. Let me do it. Just keep my shoulder up like this and roll with a punch." And then you see Balderas do it and get crushed with left hooks over and over and over again.
Then it's the whole he got saved by the knockdown fuckery.
Yeah.
Like when he fell back to the ropes, and then with the whole low blow shit was like, come on.
Yeah.
Like he had those two strikes against him, and then the annoying ass shoulder roll. It was like come on, man. Like it was a good fight though, but damn, like.
Yeah. He was asking to get crushed, and he got crushed in the second time. The ref didn't even was like, yeah, nah, you're done for the night, bro, because he had to make up for saving the kid from getting crushed after he got crushed the first time.
So that definitely had to just bring that up again. But next.
Yeah. The next one, network of the year. Basically, what network or platform you think did the best to bring the best fights to the masses, both of the casuals and the hardcore.
Man, fuck all these networks.
I mean, look, let's just keep it real, man. It was the zone. Like there shouldn't even be a big discussion like that.
Yeah, I mean, the zone is my thing too, because the zone. The zone when they got launched in 2018, it was HBO dying and Showtime not really performing to where it needed to be. ESPN had a banner year, and PBC was just uneven. Well,
I mean, ESPN gave us its fair share of foolery too, but I guess the zone kind of is the lesser of the four evils, I suppose.
Well, yeah, the zone had a lot to prove because in 2019, especially with all the shit they were doing, and the zone held it down in the early parts of the year because with Golden Boy and Matrimon there, there were some hellacious fights. My lord, Rojas and the Chinese cat like Zukan, and then you had Munguia get into his wars, and then the matchroom stuff. With Doheny and Roman, And then of course they hit pay gold with the whole Ruiz and Joshua,
which was a good card, like completely.
Was a good card, but I mean, fucking Jerry scored a brutal KO on that shit, bro. You know, so you know that shit was special. and then the fall offering, which was just out, which they gave us like I think like 3 weeks back in back to back like fight of the year candidates. You know, saying that's like rare in this day of boxing. So yeah, I mean the zone.
Good.
Yeah, the zone.
It's not about who did worse. It's like if we just say bare basics. Who presented you the most fucking best fights? Is the zone easy?
Yeah. Now I know most people are like, I know there's a lot of anti-DAZN sentiments, usually that's agenda. But yeah, I mean, if you actually watch it and watch the fights that they offered, like the zone stepped it up from its launch from 2018. They really did it.
They had a good year. Like to me, they're clear number one. Like to me, clear number two would be the PBC. Like that's more adding everything up. Fox, Showtime, all of that shit.
Well, I think Fox, PBC and Fox had the fight of the years. There's PBC and Fox, and then there's PBC. Oh no, PBC FS1. Excuse me, FS1.
Yeah. And then you gotta count the I hate this, but the pay-per-views.
Yeah, PBC on it's like I said, it wasn't until the summertime though. Then that's when.
Yeah. Their pay-per-views were better than the regular fights, but nobody wanted to see those fights on pay-per-view. They should have been regular PPs. The fuck?
No, exactly. I agree, but just the fact that I still gotta count that they made the fight happen and they presented it.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. I gotta give you a -1 for that shit. Like,
okay, with that said, they still clearly number two. Like ESPN didn't. I mean, ESPN Top Rank, whatever deal, whatever shit they got going over there.
Yeah,
they didn't have the amount of good quality fights PBC had. Like,
ESPN was very uneven. I'm talking about
they're like last place to me, honestly. Like,
yeah, like
have you seen the big three?
Yeah, ESPN was hella disappointing this year. In 2019. I was not. I was kind of upset because I have ESPN Plus, and usually, in 2018 they actually had some good shit on there, but 2019 it was just ESPN needs to get it together. Hopefully,
it was hit or miss. Like it was a rebound year for them or some shit. I don't know. Like the only person who really ate that year was Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Like that was his year.
Yeah. But then
and Lomachenko, my bad, yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, my bad. Lomachenko's my dude, like. But damn, you right though. That's it. Like,
yeah, a lot of ESPN were either mismatches that like people didn't want to see, like the whole Dog Bay and Navarrete and fucking Burchell, Vargas. The rematches, and they had some really one-off, and then Pulev who kept on getting polluted, who kept on polluting my screen, and it's just like and then they had like they have the odd one-off like fight of the years, like the fucking Teixeira and Adames, which had no reason being as great as it was. But yeah, it was just very uneven. So I was kind of disappointed for ESPN on that aspect.
Yeah.
So,
half their good fights consisted with, involve either Kovalev or Lopez or Lomachenko.
Yeah, facts.
They saved the year for them, really.
Yeah.
And then, sprinkle in some other fights, I'll say as far as like giving me good free fights, PBC definitely won that shit, because all I had to do is just turn on the fucking TV. I ain't had to look for no stream, no order this, no nothing. And you got a great card with Tony Harrison and Jamel Charlo. And you saw a fight of the year with J-Rock and Hurd. So
Yeah, and then I mentioned before, like in previous podcasts, the PBC on FS1. FS1 was killing it in the like first part of the year. Like all the good
Angulo, Quillen.
Yeah, you know, fucking Darrell and Dude. That you know that has a famous that keeps harassing Darrell nonstop.
Yo, girl.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like PBC is up there. Like I don't think they gave more quality fights than the Zone, but I know we say our shit, but I give them they props though. They delivered some real good fights last year.
They did, you know, and they did. And we just got hope for some more focused matchmaking. Like you got for one thing, you got to leave some of these PBC CTE bouts that they've been putting on TV, on network TV. Yeah, you know the funny thing is too, people used to complain about that shit for other networks, and then PBC is doing it, and it's just like, and they're doing it at a rate that's just like it's unacceptable. You know, it's like, you know, you don't want to see.
They need to build up their B-sides.
Yeah.
Because you have B-sides that's bubbling in a lot of their divisions that if they just kind of matched up right and promoted them, you would have legit fights that people would be interested in without necessarily having to be a super fight.
Right. Exactly.
And that's the thing. Like Kanauki could have been a big fight for Wilder, but they went the Ortiz route.
Yeah. And
especially after the fight with Areola, which was a good fight.
Right. You know,
that we saw for free.
So
it's like you already it's like you give Kanauki that platform, gives us a good fight, and it's like, damn, launch him into something bigger. So that's what we talking about with that type of matchmaking, like this random select mode shit.
Yeah, you got tighten that up, PBC. If you, like I said, as I always say, PBC tightens up its matchmaking, and with this roster, they would hands down their platform would be the best shit for fights.
It would.
I mean,
balance everything.
When you consider the huge roster they have, I don't have any faith in them to not put out some really hokey shit along with the great shit.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, I mean, look, nigga, I could trust you as far as I could throw you. You got a lot of big dudes over there, man. They blow up in between weight. I don't know if I could throw all them cats. and I bench 315, bruh, so I don't know. Yeah, the PBC is. I'm never gonna say that, you know, I expect you to make good fights just because you have such and such. Nah, because when you start doing that, motherfuckers start giving you bullshit. And then they sneak in something decent, and then you're like, oh, okay, damn, this is good.
Word.
And yeah, I ain't giving them no pass for that, but they had a good year in 2019 as well. Like I really feel like ESPN was a loser in this one.
They were. So I mean, yeah, ESPN, you know, you gotta get better. Like you showed your potential. You did more less. You did it spectacularly in 2018. 2019, someone dropped the ball. So, you know, so someone needs to get on the wagon again and get, you know, and sober up. So and do what you need to do. But yeah, props for PBC, and then props to the Zone, you know, for surviving the launch, and you know, all that other bullshit to actually get, you know, to air some really scintillating fights. So thumbs up to them. The next superlative, prospect of the year. Who's the young fighter that, you know, and I say prospect, I say someone who's probably maybe within his, I don't know, you want to do the cutoff at like maybe 3 years in the sport, at least 3-4 years.
Number of fights, because the line is getting in between this shit, because motherfuckers be damn near contenders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like some people like still have Devin Haney as a prospect. I'm like, that motherfucker ain't a prospect no more. Stop calling him a prospect.
Dude, yeah. Virgil Ortiz has a better resume than Spence did before he got the title. Am I lying?
Yeah, and real talk though, Virgil Ortiz might actually be my prospect of the year, and
He definitely is mine. He's definitely mine.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I don't even want to call him a prospect. Like prospect of the year, yeah, he definitely wins that, but he had more of a damn fringe contender of the year to me.
Right. Yeah. Ortiz is one of those ones where he's in this year alone, he's KO'd 2 fighters that never been KO'd, much less knocked down in their
Better
career.
year than your than Terrence Crawford.
Oh God, this nigga in his Crawford.
I'm saying. I'm just saying. Okay. So no one don't feel left out. He had a better year than Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah, that's not hard to do.
All right. So we good?
Yeah. The only person that I could say other than actually, okay. If you're saying Virgil Ortiz shouldn't be considered prospect of the year, then I would say Daniel Dubois is the runner-up.
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
Yeah. I can just
Definitely. I agree with that. Fuck it. Go ahead. Yeah.
You know, and then I know. I want to do a job on too, because Drew definitely made he made an impact in this year. He put Amir Mansour in retirement, and then he had he went to distance in the fight, and then of course he had that little barn burner where he got knocked down with Alazzi.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. That last performance kind of knocked him off, and he. Yeah, nah.
But damn, the level of competition was there though. Like he had a good little year too, but Daniel Dubois he looked like he got NEXT.
Yeah.
He does.
Definitely.
Definitely has NEXT.
In fact, I'm waiting for Ortiz. I'm waiting for Oscar to do something with him. I'm like, dog, dude is knocking some durable fighters. Like, steer him to a welterweight title. Either that or put him in a different division. But you can't just have this dude out there at welterweight and he's not fighting anybody a significant welterweight, because his time has come. Like, you need to put him in a significant fight.
Yeah. He definitely needs to be fighting like a legit, welterweight, top 10 name fighter.
Yeah, for sure. Like I don't know what Oscar is doing with him, but yeah, you can't keep fucking around with him. It's cool he's stopping some durable fighters, but yeah, let him try to stop a top 10 welterweight now.
Yeah.
And then of course, my honorable mention for that too would be Israel Magrimov.
And who's ordering from the drive-thru?
Yeah, no, yeah. Stupid.
I'm like, with cheese, nigga, with cheese.
Yes, and diet soda. And I said diet, not regular soda.
Let me get a diet Dr. Mr. Pibb. RC Cola drinking that.
Fuck you, niggas.
But Madrimov too. Honestly, Madrimov reminds me of a young Triple G in terms of how he moves. So I just want. So he has 4 KOs, but it's just gonna be interesting to see how far he goes, especially in 20. Because I know, like I said, a lot of these contenders they're being steered towards belts, and I would love to see where he goes as a junior middleweight. I think he's at junior middleweight. Try to steer him towards one of the champions there. I think he has a high ceiling too as well.
He punches good. He has good footwork. Yeah, I see big things.
Yeah, and then just another honorable mention, even though it's not really Ryan Garcia. I think Ryan Garcia.
He had a good year.
He had a good year, but I also want to see him step up.
He had a good year, but not prospect of the year to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Agreed.
Yeah, and then the Kendo I think has the most talent Boots Ennis keeps being put on undercards when he's not facing anything. He's facing jobbers.
Yep.
I think dude is a talent, but yeah, dude needs to even step it up from the jobbers he's facing. Someone needs to do something with him, you know. But
they're gonna make that Virgil Ortiz fight earlier than sooner than later.
Yes. I was
like
watching that fight.
This generation's Margarito Paul Williams fight.
Yes, we need to put that in the air. Like, yeah, I would love to see a Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz Jr. fight. I would love to see it. You know, put that in the air. Maybe maybe the boxing gods will show us favor. You know.
Yeah, maybe that'll replace Gamboa Wanma. We never got that.
Facts. Super facts.
Still marinating.
You're still marinating. No, we're good.
Yeah. So
I
I know the last of my superlatives, I think, is the trainer of the year. Which trainer, either steered the most, basically accomplished the most with the fighters that they trained. Whether to steer them to significant victories, or something of that nature. P, do you have a choice? P? Oh, I guess.
Sorry, my bad. Give me a minute. I'm really trying to sit here and think about who should be trainer.
LB, do you have one? While you're thinking, P, LB, do you have one?
I mean, I'm thinking as well. I'm like, Jonathan Banks did a good year.
Jonathan Banks. Yeah, Jonathan Banks. I'm not a big fan.
Nigga, I'm fucking with you. You know, goddamn well. Oh man.
Yeah, he was being sarcastic the whole time.
For me, I have one. I'd say I'd give it to Derek James. I think I'll give it to him. Basically, I think the two main fighters he had, Jamel Charlo and Spence. They had banner years for them. Jamel Charlo righted his wrong and Spence did what he did this year. Those were insignificant victories.
Oh, they did what they supposed to do as boxers, like situations.
Right, but I felt like Jamel Charlo's preparation in the rematch. I think Derek James definitely did a good job in actually steering him towards that. Steering towards getting that win back.
Yeah. It works. It's cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think like who else got like really a stable, what trainer got the most best wins? Because I'm like,
I know everybody wants to give it to Eddie Reynoso, but
for Canelo and Ryan Garcia,
and Oscar Valdez too.
Yeah, well, damn, you had like you was adding like a real good third name.
Yeah, and now you definitely crossed him off my list. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No.
Yep, no problem. Because of course I was smiling at Valdez, I'm thinking to myself, Valdez was supposed to train with this motherfucker, and he's fucking.
I put Buddy McGirt on there.
Yes, that's a good one.
Buddy McGirt's definitely a good one.
Because he started the whole year off turning Kovalev around.
Yeah. That he did. He certainly did.
So yeah, fuck it. I'll say Buddy McGirt. Buddy McGirt's my pick.
Yeah, I thought Robert Garcia had a pretty quiet year too compared to the other years. Of course, it didn't help that his main fighter, his brother, took a bad loss on pay-per-view.
Yeah, and then just kind of faded away in the Phantom Zone.
Yeah. It was a quiet year for him. So yeah, Buddy McGirt. I mean, Buddy McGirt's a good choice. And I know P definitely wants to say Eddie Reynoso, but
No.
Yo, who's Josh Taylor's trainer? Like he could be honorable mention in there too. Because I feel like the trainer of the year and fighter of the year could almost be the same.
Hold on, let me double check that. I don't know off the top of my head. Josh Taylor's trainer. Damn, I thought they would actually have it in here. I'll be damned. It's not in there.
But yeah, I'm still going for Buddy McGirt. It's all good. Shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I think at this point I'm either gonna go Buddy McGirt or do I want to do the wild card left field pick of
Rob McCracken.
Or do I want to say Bomac, Brian McIntyre?
I mean, Jamal Herring did his thing.
Yeah, Jamel Herring definitely did.
Jamel Herring, my bad.
You know what? I'm gonna go with McIntyre.
All right,
Brian McIntyre's my.
That's what it is. Yeah.
And you know Crawford doing this thing, so yeah. I mean that works.
Yeah. Well, I mean, having career mode glitches isn't doing wonders for. Stop it, LB. You're gonna make me change my pick.
Yeah.
he felt that low key sarcasm.
Yeah.
But yeah, off the strength of what he did with Herring, I'm gonna pick McIntyre.
Yeah, that's what it is. And do we have any honorable mention? I mean, do we want to count the trainer for Tyson Fury, that Ben Davison? Because I mean, he did like Will Fury to something. Something.
Yeah, but it kind of almost goes from like his award extends from last year to from 2018 to 2019.
Yeah. There's no extension awards. No.
Nah, because I'm saying like he motivated Tyson Fury and you know what I mean, and kept him in shape, focus and all that, but.
Yeah, it's trainer of the year, not motivator of the year.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying I know Ben Davis knows his shit. But I don't know if he does. Huh?
Yeah, I said no. He does. You're right.
But that's the thing. I don't know if him keeping Tyson Fury in line is a bigger deal than Buddy McGirt, transforming Kovalev and competing with Canelo and driving backyard.
Right.
So yeah, that's how kind of it's the significance factor kind of goes in there with the coach of the year too.
Right.
So yeah.
So yeah, I mean, those are all good choices for trainer of the year. No one, I mean, like I said, no one really ran away with it. It was, but the ones that we picked though, they all did their thing in 2018. Sure. But yeah, I mean, do we have? So LB, do we have any other superlatives? The fuckery superlative.
Disappointment of the year, Canelo Jacobs.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
Oh man, yeah.
And I'm probably the only one here that rides with Canelo, but that fight was supposed to be a very, very good unification, and
it was supposed to be a super fight. It was the Zone's crown jewel from that little lineup they had from the first half of the year.
And shit had no buzz. They had the little fake pushing rough stuff at the damn weigh-in, and the fight effort was just trash.
Yeah, there was no fight. There was no weight discipline on either fighter. And it was just like, it was awful.
Yeah, like Canelo couldn't be bothered to try a little harder. Jacobs couldn't be bothered to try at all for like the first 8 rounds.
Right.
Just definitely the damn. Hold on, why are we shitting on this fight again?
Disappointing fight of the year.
Oh, okay, yeah, disappointing fight of the year. Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
it's
unanimous agreement.
Yeah, I think it's flat out disappointment, and yeah, I completely agree that was a flat out disappointment, regardless of event, fight, whatever, that fight was a disappointment. You know, it's like I don't pay $9.99 for the zone for this horse shit. You know, so yeah, it was awful.
Okay, robbery of the year.
Damn, I'm gonna have to look at my memory bank.
Hogan Munguia for me.
Oh yeah. Hands down, hands fucking down.
Yeah,
No. There was no way Oscar was gonna let Munguia lose in Mexico. You know, yeah, that definitely was not gonna happen, man. Like
that was an easy 116-112 decision. Even having it a draw would have been better, but that would have still been a robbery, and I would have still bitch and complain. So it was just fucked it up.
Yeah, fuck that. Munguia. That's where the heel turn for Munguia came about, because it's like you can't have no 7 KO hit in Australian, like have you on skates like that,
putting hands on you and outboxing you, bullying you, body shots, hooks, uppercuts, right hands, everything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a good look, man. Nah, robbery of the motherfucking year.
Yeah, sure. And worst fight of the year. What do you guys think? The fight that as much as disappointment as Canelo Jacobs was, it was not the worst fight of the year in my case. Yeah. That would go to, in my case, the fucking Robert Easter Bartholomew fight. I mean, literally, that was the biggest crack I should watch. I was appalled at how poor that fight was.
Hold on, what fight you said?
Robert Easter versus Francis Bartholomew.
Yeah, that fight was trash.
Yeah, it's bad when Postol and an Egyptian cat that had 3 KOs had a more exciting fight on that damn card. Like Easter, it was so poor, I couldn't believe how poor it was. Like they couldn't be bothered. Like, if you want to talk about bothered, they weren't bothered. They didn't even look bothered as they were doing like the anthems and shit or the introductions. Never mind the fucking fight. Yeah, I was highly appalled. There was no fight there. I almost fell asleep during that fight a couple of times. It was so bad. Yeah,
I actually did fall asleep.
Yeah, that was that the Showtime really took a dive with that whole card with that fight. Yeah, I was not amused. Fuckery of the year. I know, obviously, do we have any choices? Any picks? LBP?
I'm thinking. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Fuckery of the year. Girl, well, I don't know why my brain is going blank. I'm sure there's some fuckery there.
I have my fuckery of the year only because it was so wild I couldn't believe I witnessed this. This is the reason why we don't have a cruiserweight final race hasn't been scheduled yet. The Bradis Glowacki fight. If you want some fuckery, it was like 3 degrees of fuckery. Like it was just several events that we were just like, okay, there was an elbow thrown and a late punch thrown. There was dirty punches. There was punches thrown after the bell.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that shit was wild as fuck.
And then Robert Bird.
Yeah, you gotta win it there.
And then, Robert Bird looking all types of helpless, like he didn't know what the fuck to do. I was like, yeah, him and his wife need to go on the vacation permanently from boxing if they can't officiate boxing the way they need to.
Yeah, because that's when everybody was like, man, he's like too old now. Like,
yeah, I never dude, he had no control. Like, I'd never seen so many blatant fouls before, and DQs. Like, there should have been DQs, multiple DQs. Like, the fight should have probably been thrown out. from somebody.
Yeah, that fight needed a reset button. That shit just needed a do-over.
Yeah,
Like, y'all come back next week. Like, y'all not doing it right this time.
Yeah, I was like, even I honestly can't think of any other fight or event that's like that was just like that was pure fuckery. Well, that and maybe the Broner thing lately with him and in that teenage whatever that white teenage girl, Bad Barbie or whatever.
That's 2010. That's 2020 though. Like,
oh yeah, that is 2020. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, nah, yeah.
Fuckery.
Yeah. Never mind that.
I would say like the 2019 fuckery of the year is just the whole Harrison, Charlo build up.
Yes.
That's the pure fuckery of the year.
Yeah, because Harrison was stealing himself with that belt. Like Harrison was walking around stealing the shit out of Charlo, and then of course the injury which needed surgery. And then which we're all thinking like, dude just wanted to make sure that he made it a year as champion.
Man, I was champ all year. How many defenses you had? Yeah, bruh. Like, yeah, that was pure fuckery. All the one-liners, the talking, the shit talking.
It was a weak level shit talking too. Yeah.
Just the emotions behind it, like. Yeah, that's my pick for fuckery of the year.
Yeah, and it all led to a damn good fight. Which is how it should always end when you have that type of fuckery. Oh man. What's another superlative?
Worst event of the year.
Oh, worst event of the year.
Canelo Kovalev. For that long ass damn fucking held up dead airtime bullshit before the main event.
Yeah, because the co-main event was it the one, the Ryan Garcia one, the one they were amping it up, that dude.
Yeah,
the quick KO.
Yeah, with the exception of the women's fight that was on there, yeah, the whole card was just so ho hum.
Yeah, it was, bro. Like, just I felt like somebody just needed to just rap, give a quick sped up version of that whole card.
Yeah, like pretty much the best of the card would just be the women's fight and then some highlights here and there, some minute highlights here and there from the fights, and that would be it. Yeah,
easily the worst event of the year. So now, that leads me to what would you say, y'all, is the best event?
Oh man, like the best event, best card, or anything like that, or just in general.
Like the best event, like card, like you're talking about, like the top fights, the quality of fights.
Easily, I got one. Yeah, the Porter Spence card. That shit was heat from top to bottom. Like it was rare. Like, I mean, they had Josecito Lopez and John Molina in a good little slugfest. They had Mario Barrios and that Armenian kid, I guess, or Ukrainian kid like Akhmedov in a great in a great fight. I mean, that shit. And then they had, and then Darrell Benavidez was pretty good too. It ended in a fade, And then you had Porter Spence, which is a fight of the year candidate. So, I mean, it's very rare that you see card fights with more than 3 fights on this main card that all of them were pretty good.
Would you agree, P?
I wholeheartedly concur.
Yeah.
Damn. So and I'm gonna be the sore thumb here. I felt like the best card, best event, the one that had the most like dramatic, the most fades, gotta be Joshua Ruiz 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
That had the most like everything. It's like you had some robberies that were like fades. You had Brashon Taylor. I think the Ray Robinson
Josh Kelly fight.
Josh Kelly.
Yeah.
And then the whole Ruiz Joshua, like,
yeah,
and see that as a main event after seeing those level of cards.
And like I said, Algieri scoring a brutal KO. Algieri in a war that he won by KO.
Yes.
in the
That's
opener.
true. Like you got just a full. You had some unexpected, and you got the upset of the year. Like it's like you got a fight of the year candidate, a robbery of the year candidate, upset of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like to me, I felt like that was the best event of the year. Like it just had too many top level candidates for certain shit.
Right, and then and the best thing, and the worst thing though is that was the one that I really wanted to get a credential for, but I mean I won't go on I won't go on my rant on on air on the details why, but I was like Matchroom, you hurt my heart when I didn't get the credential, especially when I watched it on the TV. You hurt my heart. I wanted to be there.
Not in no skybox.
Yeah. But yeah, that's definitely a good choice. I mean, yeah, because that card, it delivered. It exceeded expectations for sure. Let's see. Do we have any other superlatives that we want to talk about? Just make sure.
Yeah, got robbery of the year. Got all of these. Kind of got fuckery of the year. Event of the year. Worst event. Yeah, I think like we pretty much kind of covered everything. Like,
right. Yeah, I think we probably did. I mean that's why I talk about the rest of the year. But then the rest make me PO'd anyways. For most part. Yeah, I mean, some of these refs were not really on point this year.
Oh! I gotta add one more to the ref fuck up of the year. I know we were saying Golovkin Derevyanchenko fight, but the runner up to that has to be the ref in that damn Rigondeaux fight.
Yeah,
because that was low key. That was a low key surprise good fight of the year.
It was Rigondeaux and Stehag. Stehag was in two of them like that, and then he tested Figueroa's brother, on that shit show that was Wilder Ortiz too. That. But yeah, the referee, like, Stehag got to his feet and he's like, nah, bro, we waving this shit off, man. We can't have you knocking out, this dude. We don't have a return on the investment yet.
Yeah, that's definitely honorable mention for that, because I felt like those were two like major fuck ups that could have altered the fight type shit.
That, and also I want to mention the fucking ref in the Fury Wallen fight. There's no way.
Oh yeah.
There's no way that anyone, like, there's a lot of failed. The ref failed. The corner failed. The doctors failed. A lot of people failed. Like, there's no way Fury should have went 12 with that cut. No fucking way. And the referee has the authority to stop a fight. And you see a dude bleeding from two cuts, look like a tiger swiped the paw across his eye, and you're talking about, oh, he's okay. He only had the doctors check once in that fight. Like, that's a shocking level of incompetence. You see Tyson Fury pawing at that shit. Like, dude literally is pouring blood, like, nonstop from like the third round on. But you say like he's good to fight. He couldn't see.
Damn. So you just set up the last topic. Who had the cut of the year?
Oh yeah, well yeah, Fury by far. Followed by probably like Derevyanchenko.
No Bottle Jack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that's it. And wait, hold on. As far as I hate to, it's because we already kind of switched gears, but just to run it back, when you said ref fuck up of the year, didn't Jay Nady have a complete fuck up of the year, or did I forget? Who? What did Jay Nady
hang out Coda to get slaughtered by Jermell for no reason?
Yeah.
He could have did something else, but that's the one that sticks out for me.
No. Oh, wait. No. Who was the ref that fucked up the Balderas? No, did we talk about that one? Did that one?
That was like the most satisfying knockout. The ref did fuck that up too, but yeah, he deserved to be on that list. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right,
you
but
definitely right on that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, but
so
yeah,
cut of the year. Ugh,
Yeah,
that Badu
Bottle
Jack
Jack took
still gives
that.
me nightmares.
yeah.
Yo, okay,
Yeah,
comeback
really.
of the year.
What's that?
Comeback of the year.
Easy. It's Jamel Herring. Yeah.
Yep.
Like dude was like left for was left for dead at PBC like because he got knocked around by Dennis Shofikov, you know.
His career was supposed to be over before it even began.
I mean, dude lost to Ladarius Miller of all people. I was just like, oh my goodness, like, you know, you're thinking, but you know, dude went to Top Rank and rebuilt himself as a bona fide contender and now current champion. You know, yeah, I mean,
With a little following, low key attraction, he got a little military buzz with him, so
yeah, and plus he shows us love too. You know,
Yeah.
you know,
he doing the thing. He repping.
yeah, Semper
That's
Fi.
a good pick. Mine's would be Pascal, John Pascal.
Yeah, that's definitely a. I mean, yeah, that's a good pick because he caused an upset of the year because he, you know, Brown decided he wanted to be dumb. You know, after the Badu Jack fight.
Yeah, hit or miss fighter of the year is definitely Marcus Brown.
Yeah, I know.
Runner up BJ Saunders.
Oh God.
Oh man, but there's no way. Yeah, I was expecting to win that fight. It's, you know, and he probably scores probably his best victory in years with that fight, and then follows it up with a late entry to the fight of the year candidates. You know, with Badu Jack, who was also returning from from the aforementioned cut. And those two went to war, gave Showtime its best fight of the year. It's aired by far, you know, with multiple knockdowns and everything, you know. So, yeah, the only knock against Pascal is, you know, he needs to legitimize that interim belt he has. And stop, you know, interim belts are not meant to be defended like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know, you got eventually you got to face a champion again.
Yeah, nah. GameStop belt's got to be thrown away, not kept forever.
But Pascal, those two victories, he's the player at 175 again. So I mean, it depends on, you know, his career trajectory in 2020 is going to be interesting to see where they're going to push him, since like 175 is not necessarily strong on the PBC side. So. We'll see.
Do this thing. I mean, I guess runner-up would be Fredo and Gulo.
The PBC CTE bouts.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
Yeah.
Yo, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect him to beat Quillen, and it looked like a prime, looked the more younger, fresher fighter. Like, that shit was like almost hilarious.
Yeah, there was so many things wrong with that fight.
Yeah,
and how it played out. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm happy that Angulo won because, you know, but this is a very shot Angulo, a shot that can't.
So okay, so basically you're saying it won the worst matchmaking award of the year.
The PBC, yeah. I was not comfortable with that fight. Actually, that whole card was a whole bunch of between that and then you had young B-Hop and Miguel Beltran on there. I was like, what the fuck? You know, why is and then Lil B-Hop scores a one-punch KO. 4 KOs and scores a one-punch KO, and dude did a face first. You know, and we all knew that he was fucking ruined. I said that shit too. I was like, that's not really a fight that they should be making. You know, someone who's ruined like that. And then they had Delorme and Terrell Williams, which is an underrated fight. It was actually a pretty damn good fight.
It was.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that whole card was good. I think that whole card personified the whole PBC CTE classic that, you know, that gets its name.
Nah, I mean, that shit ain't funny, but it's funny though.
It was, like, say, it's one of those accidental things that PBC got right for some odd reason.
Oh man, but yeah, I think we definitely covered it. Like, it was funny because each topic kept just bringing up a new one. The way like the names were going, so it's like, damn, like yeah, this one got it. Like, so yeah, like I think we good. We got it covered, folks.
Yeah, we do, man. So yeah, this was it was a definitely it was definitely good going out 2019 and matching up with the trailers, right? But at least this is good because in in the other previous years, cover like. It didn't seem like boxing was really too dynamic, but in 2019, boxing was dynamic as fuck. And
slow burn. It took a couple months.
Yeah, but yeah, everything. Well, once it hit, it didn't really stop hitting. We got hit with waves upon waves of good shit. So yeah, we just hope that the momentum of 2019 keeps it going into 2020, especially when we have the next wave of fight cards for this coming weekend for the first of 2020. Of course, make sure you guys, listening, you check out the podcast again. Get some knowledge up on it. So yeah, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where it's always in shit's real. We talk about it, and we just talked about the year-end awards. So yeah, congrats to all the people that we decided to actually won for each of these superlatives. And yeah, let's just keep the momentum. Let's keep the momentum going for 2020. So for myself, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative, for Shuttleworth the God, LB the GOAT artist, for KP Bodega P, and so yeah, we'll be out of here, and we'll get back to you sometime next week when we recap these weekend fights. So peace.